Okay, David, we've just seen you in action at the Horley hustings.
Yeah.
How do you think it went, first of all?
I think it went very well. There's some very interesting questions, quite different to some of the ones we've had at other husting sessions. So it was interesting to see the breadth of questions, and what was particularly nice was the way that there was interaction with the audience as well, to really get to the bottom of some of the issues that are really, really important in my hometown here of Horley.
How are you feeling about your chances?
If you'd asked me sort of 6 months ago, and I'd given you an honest answer, not a politician's answer, I probably would have said yes, it's really, really tough here and there's no chance. But what with the change in our national level of appreciation, and as well as the fact that we've now got Peter Ainsworth, who's resigned, the local retiring MP, and we've got somebody that's been parachuted in from North London as the local guy, the person that knows the local constituency, I feel it's a really interesting, strong position to be in. I think it's the best chance we've had here in East Surrey for change in a generation. From personal experience, I know that one of the major issues here, which is education in Horley, I went to the schools that they are worried about. So not only do I know where they are, but I know the way that they are and the interaction between the schools. So yeah, absolutely. I think being local is very, very important.
Well, I think we covered a lot of subjects, and I'm glad that I managed to certainly put the Conservative case across. What is clear is that people are engaged with the election, and they've got a lot of issues on their mind, and I hope that by May the 6th that they would have been persuaded that we, the Conservatives, are ready to be a clear and decisive government. There is a lot of support, but also there are a lot of people who are undecided. There are a lot of people who are mulling over their options, and we're canvassing them and going back to them and trying to make them aware that of the case for change. I think most people realise that the country's in the wrong direction. The question is getting them to accept that we are the party that are going to change things.
Okay, and there are some people that would say that you've been parachuted into the seat, not being a local person. Do you feel connected to East Surrey now as a constituency?
I feel connected to the place. I said I was going to move in. I've moved in, like Peter Ainsworth before me, to Oxted. For the last 7 weeks, I've been, getting involved in the community, raising money for local charities, getting involved in local causes. Now, I'm not like someone who's lived here for 30 years, but I am learning every day, and I think the most important question is what you can do for a place. Not just whether you live there already, and I have been showing through my campaign that I am committed to being a strong voice for East Surrey.
How's it been going on the campaign trail for you? Is there a lot of support around here?
It's variable. It's quite good fun when we take the bus out and have the loudspeaker. There's very good support when we go past pubs. We get a lot of cheers.
And you admitted during the debate today that it's unlikely UKIP will form a government. How does that affect you when you're canvassing? What's the overall aim for the party in this election?
Well, the aim is to get MPs in Parliament. It's a start. The more the better. We're obviously very hopeful that we'll get Nigel Farage in at Buckingham, and of course, I hope that I'll join him.
Can you first of all tell us why you're standing?
Yeah, I'm standing because I don't like any of the other parties, and I want them to vote for me. I think the Looney Party is the official protest vote. I think it's the vote for people who would otherwise spoil their papers, might not vote. So I think if you want to make your protest count, literally, then vote for the official monster raving loony William Hill Party. There's enormous disaffection with the current parties, and I would say to my fellow loonies, go home and prepare for government.
So how do you rate your chances ahead of polling day next week?
I think we'll have to wait and see. I'm hoping to hold the Conservatives to account in the constituency. There's a long tradition of Labour support in certain parts of East Surrey, particularly in Horley, also in Hurst Green and in Caterham. Going back to the points that were made tonight, the key debate in this election is about what we do with our public services. Do we continue to invest in key frontline services that we all depend on, like schools, the NHS and the police, or do we cut them? And that is the difference between Labour and the other two parties. So I think when people weigh that up, there's a clear conclusion to vote Labour to protect those things.